Hey guys, so I normally don't really post stuff like this on the band page, but I just bought probably one of the most rare guitar amps that um, I think I've ever seen. Uh, so before I get too much into it, because I have it here with me and I want to show it to people. Um, This is an Ampeg G212 guitar amp. And these amps were originally released as a combo amp in the 70s, in the very early 80s. Now, the amp that I have currently is, I looked at the serial number and I'll show it to you real quick. It is a 1977. If you can see it there on the sticker, it says 77. That's whenever these amps started to be made. And it's an Ampeg guitar amp, which Ampeg has typically been known for their bass amps, but before they made bass amps, they were actually a competitor with Fender for a long time, and they made a few different guitar amps. But this is one of the very first solid state guitar amps, which is extremely rare in and of itself, especially from the time period, because a lot of guitar amps were still being made with tubes, and so this was like cutting edge technology at the time. So really kind of interesting. Here's the back label here, just to show that it's an Ampeg amp, and it's a guitar amp. It's 120 watts. And this thing has its own reverb unit, and I think it's a vibrato or a tremolo. I believe it's a vibrato on the front here, but this is the packaging it came in. They packed it in this really big box here. It's pretty crazy. I sold one of my guitar amps for this thing. It was shipped from Laurel, Maryland. And I'm extremely excited about this amp because if you know anything about the kind of amps that I use, I prefer solid state amps. I always have. I've owned a few different tube amps. I actually currently have a tube amp that I've been playing with, but I've just always preferred the sound of solid state amps because it's just been a more consistent sound. So I'm gonna turn this thing around so you guys can see. So give me 1 second. So this is the front of the amp, and I'm gonna be making a video with how this sounds connected to my amp cabinet. It's got 4 inputs. It's got 2 high gain and 2 low gain. And you can see here it's got just your normal 1-2 channel setup here with the high gain where you can mix in some really nasty gain tones, and it's got the reverb knob and a tremolo. It is a tremolo. So you can adjust the tremolo here, and then it's got some frequencies that you can dial in with these switches. But this amp is so rare that if you go on YouTube, you can't even find someone demoing this amp specifically because what a lot of people have done with these, if they break, they will take them apart from the combo cab, fix them, and then put them in one of these amp heads so that you can use it as an amp head with a cabinet. And so I have only been able to find one video of someone demoing this amp specifically, and they didn't even hook up a microphone, and it was done 13 years ago, and it was just like a phone recording. So I'm extremely excited to put this together with my amp cabinet and actually do a demo on it, because I think that this is gonna really round out our sound and for some of the stuff that we've been doing. And I really want to use the high gain channel for some of the stuff we're recording for the Apollo album. I probably will end up redoing some of my guitars now that I have this amp, but an extremely rare and cool piece of guitar equipment that is literally from 1977. So you're getting a reverb and a tremolo sound from 77 in here. It's probably the coolest thing I've bought besides my 1960s Lori guitar that is literally so old that it doesn't even have a legible serial number. So yeah, so be on the lookout for a video of me demoing this amp. I'm gonna put it on our YouTube channel because this thing is just too freaking cool. It's just way too cool.